This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hey guys, and welcome to yet another speed build. We are back. We have finally got our hands on Island Living. So happy Wednesday, happy embargo lift day to you. I'm sure you have got a lot of videos to watch today. I highly recommend all of them, basically. So yeah, we're back and in Sulani once again, this time on my computer, which I'm just like so happy to have this game. Everything was like a countdown to this game. So yeah, I was super excited to get started building. So that's exactly what I did. I've only had this game for 24 hours now at the time you're watching it. So we had to build, edit, do this voiceover, everything, and get this all out within 24 hours. So it's a pretty quick turnaround. So screenshots in this one, no fly through. Mind you, fly throughs in tiny houses are kind of a little bit difficult. So yeah. But I'm just happy with the way this turned out. Believe it or not, this is a restricted pack build. I may even put it in the title. I'm that proud. I don't know what's coming over me, but for some reason I restricted myself again. I don't know what's happening. Maybe I need my temperature taken. Maybe I'm getting ill. I don't know. But this build only has Jungle Adventures, Island Living, and base game. To be quite honest, I don't think there's much base game in this build, but definitely lots of Island Living and Jungle Adventures. To me, Island Living and Jungle Adventures just go hand in hand beautifully. Jungle Adventures has got to be probably my favourite game pack that we ever got. I'm pretty sure it is. I think if I have to think about it, I would definitely recommend that even before Island Living came out. So if you don't have it already, I do highly recommend it. I think it just goes beautifully with Island Living. The two of them are different kinds of tropical, but they actually have a few plants in common and a few kind of like rustic elements that I liked. So I just combined the two of them. And luckily in Jungle Adventures, it came with a new like pool watercolor, which was perfect because I wanted to put water on this lot, like just a nice little natural, you know, just should we call it a spring? I don't know if I want to call it a spring, but it's just a pool of water. Maybe that isn't quite in the sea, you know? So I put that on here. Believe it or not, this build actually was meant to be up ages ago because, well, I say ages, it's not really ages. It was meant to be done at EA Play. I started this build, well, not this exact build, but a build very similar to this at EA Play, and every time I went to put the water onto the lot, the computer turned itself off and restarted. So at the end I just thought, no, it's just not my day, and I left it, and I left all the footage there. I left the save file. I just kept nothing. I just said, no, I'm gonna recreate it, and I'm so glad that I did not keep the footage and just recreate it, because I think this has turned out so much better than the original one. I think I had time to look at a bit more, a few more reference images, not that they look anything like this, to be quite honest. The main inspiration for this was actually like a safari tree house, which it doesn't look like this. It's just the idea that it's got glass and it's on stilts. That was about it that I took from that image, but it was more like a feeling, some kind of emotion I'm trying to portray. I don't know, I'm just babbling. But yeah, I had more time to kind of look at a few more images to kind of get a bit of picture in my mind, and then I was able to do this, and it did come together really quickly. Believe it or not, this took me an hour and a half, which some of you were saying, how did this take you an hour and a half? Like, it's tiny. But for me, that is very quick. So an hour and a half this took me. I love the whole principle of the building on the stilts. I do wish that we could do this with the new stilt foundations, but you can't. If you raise up the stilt foundations, you still can't put anything underneath. So I find that a little bit... I would really love to use those stilt foundations, or even if they could just bring a column in that is the same shape as those stilted foundations. so that I can build a house like that and it would all look like it's really proper stilts, you know, because these are a little bit not stilts, that's a word anyway. Yeah, so I'm putting in my new favorite ground cover. I love the plants that came with Island Living. Any excuse to use them in the future, even in non-tropical builds, I will be putting them in. Also, these bushes that I'm putting in with the flowers, I put them in 3 different colours. I put them in red, yellow and orange. I love them that much. But they come in like a purple and a white and I think a pink, which I think in like Willow Creek would look amazing. So they've put in a few swatches that make them kind of not tropical, that they would go in a non-tropical setting and work really well. So I'm excited to do a regular build with all of this content as well. I think that's kind of the real test of content, is if you can use it across different styles of builds. So I'm looking forward to it. Jungle Adventures is definitely something that goes across many different styles of builds. So I'm hoping that Island Living is exactly the same. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I'm putting the water in now. My game did not crash, thank you. But my stairs did disappear. So I had to put a bit of land back in a second. But yeah, I really love the way it turned out. The Jungle Adventures new like pool colours are just stunning. I love them. I use them normally for all my builds. Anything that I have a pond in, I do use this watercolouring from Jungle Adventures. I don't even use the Get Together green water anymore, I don't think, or the brown one. I always use this one because I just think it's the perfect colour. It doesn't look dirty. It looks nice and inviting, even though it's meant to be some kind of natural pool. But yeah, I must say, you'll see at the beginning I have a screenshot, and that is done with reshade. Just FYI, I've actually recorded this video without reshade on. This is in-game lighting because I put by default my Light Brigade preset is always enabled, of course. As soon as I start my game, it's there, and I went into the world and I was like, something looks weird, something looks flat, and just Light Brigade is just not really doing it for me in this world, which is, I'm sorry, that just means someone's got to make another preset for reshade. So that's what I'm hoping to do within the next couple of weeks. Hopefully make another preset. I don't know what kind of preset it's going to be. Maybe it'll just be, I don't know. I always said I wanted to upgrade Light Brigade to take great screenshots as well. So maybe it's the time to do that, and it's going to be slightly different. So it'll be Light Brigade 2.0. It'll be slightly different tonally. I really think sometimes maybe it lacks a bit of contrast and depth. So I want to add that in to the next one that I make. So at the moment in Sulani, I'm playing vanilla, no reshade, until screenshots happen, or I just want to take a look around, because for that I use Picture Mobe's Hazy Days and Blueberry Aid. I don't know if you know this, but I use that preset a lot, and I think it was the first preset I tried out in Sulani after Light Brigade. I was like, let's see what my favourite presets look like. I went through every preset, by the way, and nothing even comes close to the Hazy Days and Blueberry Aid preset. It looks just stunning. If you don't have it, if you don't have reshade, please do yourself a favour, get it, because it's just, it desaturates the world just the perfect amount. And then sometimes if you want to take a picture, you can put like the adaptive fog in the background. You'll see it in the screenshots at the end. The screenshots I took at the end are of the sunset, so that's how I want to showcase it. But for the thumbnail, the nighttime shot was just so dramatic. It was just like, or should I say so dramacious. It was just, I had to include it, and I was just like, yeah, that is my thumbnail. Sometimes things just speak to you, and that one definitely did. So we're on here to the actual furnishing. I kind of went all over the place on this build, believe it or not. I normally am slightly a bit more methodical, but I normally do the exterior completely until it's completed, and then go into the interior. But for some reason I kind of dotted all around on this build. But still, it came together pretty quickly, so I don't think that was a bad thing. It was just the way I was working yesterday. I wanted to use the new bath that came with Island Living, but I actually swapped it out for a base game, the crafted one, because it had a matching toilet. Believe it or not, I know there's this ongoing campaign that we don't need any more toilets in the game, but from the one pack I wanted a new toilet from, which was this one, there wasn't one. Also, I didn't even know that in Jungle Adventures we didn't get a new toilet either. So my limitations to Jungle Adventures and Island Living, there was no new toilets added in that could match with that same style. So I just decided, hey, I'm going to use the base game crafted ones. If you get really good at woodworking, you can actually craft those baths and that toilet yourself, which I find quite amazing, but I love that bath. I wish it came in a few more colorways, but because it's a craftable, it only comes in one colorway. But yeah, I thought that actually looked the best in this environment. So this, as I said, was probably going to be for a conservationist because you are right next to a active volcano. I have turned off the lot trait that has the whole, what was it, active volcanic activity? I think that's the one, the trait. I've turned that off. That's not on there, but I may just add it before I upload. No, I won't. I'll leave lot traits off. I'll let you decide what lot traits you want to put on them. Would be very fun to play with, though. There is a volcano right to the right of the lot, and good luck with that, not destroying your home. I've seen a screenshot of flying lava. It looks a little bit scary. I had to remove those longer dangling lights from the build because your sim couldn't apparently get in the bed anymore, which I found really, really bizarre. But yeah, so it's only got the shorter set of lights there. I had to get rid of the longer ones so that your sim can actually get in. So I have play tested this. Everything works. It will be up on the gallery by the time that you guys have access to the pack on Friday. It is a midnight launch worldwide, so your local time midnight. Here in Europe it's Central Eastern Time midnight, which actually means it's 11 p.m. the day before. So in the UK we get at 11 p.m. on Thursday, whereas Central Europe it's at midnight on Friday. So it's just the whole time difference thing. So I would say maybe check, I don't know if it's Central Time or Pacific Time they use in America to release it. I don't know if you have different release times across the continent. I don't know. So check that out. It's definitely a midnight thing. Everyone gets it. So believe it or not, there is some benefit to living at the other side of the world. So the earlier people do actually get it before everyone else, which I remember doing this for cats and dogs. I got it early and I was so excited. I think cats and dogs, I may have got it like 6 or 7 hours earlier than America, and I was just like, what happened? I have no idea. But yeah, everything's coming together now. This is another kind of brown build, but it's orangey brown, which I told you I don't normally do. I've told you before, not in this video, that I don't normally do kind of orange toned wood, but just in this environment it looks so good. So we just had to roll with it, you know. We just went with it. I'm so glad I added in those few little plants there, those hanging plants that came with Jungle Adventures. Those are great. As I said, hand in hand with this pack. The only thing that's a little bit strange is the banana tree is kind of a bit more of a bluey green, and everything else is a kind of true green, slightly more yellow in it. So but I think it blends in well. Like with Hazy Days, whenever I use reshade, like the greatest presets are always ones that kind of merge all the colors together and just make them harmonious. When you look at them in the regular game lighting, you're like, ooh. But you put the preset on, you're like, wow, like it all just looks like it blends well together. I think it's just the fact that they all have like a common filter applied. It seems to make them just look so much better. So this lot, basically your sim is going to be living outside most of the time, which I think is good for this area anyway. They're going to be sleeping outside. bathing outside. They're going to be watching TV outside. And this is definitely more, I think, more home-like than the first one. I'm slowly getting my head around to the whole it's a home, not a vacation lot thing. So yeah, I've put the kitchen inside and I've put the dining room inside. I would love to put the dining room outside, but I didn't really think about it. And I really did like my landscaping. I would love to do another kind of stilted house with the dining table underneath. I saw a reference for that before and I wanted to do that, but I forgot about it on this one. So you could always do it. Don't let my shortfallings stop you. If you do put a table underneath, it would look amazing. If I was you, I'd put like a circle of stone or something underneath, or concrete, or I don't know, and then like put that table underneath, and then turn this area maybe into a study with a kitchen. Oh, I don't know. I think even more of this being outside would have been great, but I think I just needed half of it to be inside at the moment. Again, jungle adventure, appliances, perfect for the build. At this moment, I'm like, I've got no outdoor bin, oh no, so I start putting the new one in. A little bit disappointing that we haven't got a new mailbox, because I would have liked a pretty one to fit in with the environment, but we made do with the Willow Creek ones. And I'm really happy. I put this little window here in between the kitchen and the bed. I'm going to pretend it's like a little hatch. I have a hatch between the kitchen and the dining room where I live, but you know, you don't normally have one between the kitchen and the bedroom, but why not? It's The Sims, you can do whatever you like. So yeah, I can't believe I got this far into the video and I haven't mentioned that you know, I made just a tiny weenie announcement on the community tab. That would be World Collab Hype. Yes, I have got a few of my friends together and we are completely renovating Sulani. So this build is not actually for the World Save. Lucky you are getting another build in 2 more days. On Friday I'm going to be putting up another build, and that will be my addition to the Sulani save. We are called the Sulani Sinners. No, not Sinners. Oh my god, that was an original one. Sulani Sirens. We were meant to be called Sinners, but we changed it to Sirens. Sirens are the creatures that just lure the people out to sea. So we thought that was great because they're normally mermaids. So yeah, the Sulani Sirens. That collab has got 16 amazing people. I'm so thankful that when I asked them, they actually said yes. I was just like, I messaged Evelyn, or aka Rosa, and I was like, so I'm thinking maybe, you know, for launch day we could kind of put out a world renovation. She's like, yeah, I'd be up for it. I was like, okay, I'm inviting everyone, and I just sent out messages. Everyone said yes, and we're each taking on a lot. So if you haven't seen it already, please do go to my, oh my god, voice, community tab, and it will have all of the names of everyone that is going to be in the collab. Let me find the graphic because it's difficult. So Evelyn is in it, D Sims, Devon Bumpkin, Dr. Ashley, Leandra, me, Irrelevant Sims, Kristin Murray, Love Simply Sim, Miss Griffey, Simarchy, Simlissy, Simproved, simfans.de, that's Daniel, Spring Sims, and the Tides Changing. So Eleandra and Spring Sims, we're going to be doing casts, so there's going to be some new families put in the world as well, and the rest of us are going to be doing a build each. I'm taking on the 30 by 30 lot. It's going to be a commercial lot, just a heads up. So I'm excited. I'm going to start building that this evening, and it's going to be with you in 2 days, along with the save file is going to be up as well. I will make an announcement on the community page as soon as it's ready, and it will be available for download on Friday from my Tumblr. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye guys.